Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So with 2016 officially out of the way, I thought I would get around to doing my best of 2016. I was going to do like full hair care, body care, all that sort of thing, but to be honest, I haven't really found any new amazing products for 2016, so I thought I would just stick with makeup. So if you do want to hear all about my 2016 favourites, then stay tuned. So I think I'm going to start off in like a chronological order. So first of all is the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I only have sample sizes of this. I've had about 3 sample sizes and I absolutely love it. This one is nearly completely out, so I think I'm going to need to purchase a full size for once. But this stuff is honestly so good. It smells like coconut milk and it's not like a primer that fills in your pores. It's more of like a moisturising, hydrating primer. I honestly love it. It keeps my makeup on all day long and it's really nice to apply as well, and I find that makeup sits really nicely on top of this. Yeah, definitely going to splurge on the big bottle. And then I quickly want to do an honourable mention to the Lottie London Bay primer. I think this has literally come out in January, but I've had it since around the start of December. I know it's not like a general 2016 favourites, but I have very high hopes this is going to be a very good primer for me. It's very sort of illuminizing, I guess. It's sort of got like a almost shimmery texture to it. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but it almost comes out and luminizes the skin, so really great to make you look super glowy. I love it. It makes my makeup sit on it really nicely. So far, so good. Can't say 100% that it's 2016 favourite, but it's definitely up there. And then the last primer, even though it's technically not a primer, but I use it as a primer, is the Urban Decay B6 Setting Spray. This is pretty much just good skin in a bottle. It minimises your pores, it gets rid of redness, and it generally just evens out your complexion a lot more. I sometimes use this with a primer. Say if I want my skin to look really clear, but I also want my pores to be filled in, then I'll combine the two. But if you just want your skin to look a lot more flawless, this is really good. Next, I have 2 foundations, which are not going to be a surprise to any of you guys. The first one is, of course, the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I use this as a foundation. You can use it as a concealer as well, but you know me, I love my full coverage. This is by far my favourite foundation I have ever tried, like literally ever. I have mine in the shade 02 Natural, and they don't do too many shades, I have got to admit. I guess if you're sort of a more yellowy kind of medium tone skin, then you'll probably really like this if you like something full coverage. But this is like the 2nd or 3rd lightest shade, and it fits me perfectly for when I am pretty tanned. So that is the only downside to it, but for me, this colour is spot on. I love the consistency, I love the pump, I love the packaging, I love how much it costs. It's around like £10 or something. Honestly, my favourite foundation ever. And then followed by another one of my most favourite foundations ever. The only reason I like the Milani one a little bit more than this is because this one is a bit too matte for my liking. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation, and I do like to add a drop of oil to it, and when I do, it's pretty much exactly the same as the Milani 2-in-1. I absolutely love both of these. This one has insane coverage. I have mine in the shade 3.0, and I've got to admit this one is a little bit too light for me, but I can bronze it up really easily. I actually have it on right now if you guys are interested. But yeah, this stuff is just, if you like full coverage foundation and if you like something that is seriously gonna last you for the whole day, then definitely check this out because it really does pack a punch. Then for concealer, another no-brainer, the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. I tried this maybe halfway through the year and it's still going strong. I've used this almost every single day. I love it so much. By far the best concealer I have ever used. It's pretty up there in price. It's around £20–25, and I think you can get it from QVC if you're from the UK. This is honestly so full coverage. If you have dark circles, give this a go because it gets rid of them in an instant. It's quite shiny when you put it on at first, but I quite like that because it means you can powder it down or have more of like a luminous finish. It's honestly the best concealer I have ever tried. I have mine in the shade medium and it's still super pale, so maybe not ideal if you are darker skin. I don't know if they do a darker tone or anything like that, but if you are really pale or you want something that's super brightening, then this is so good. Another cult classic is the NARS Creamy Concealer. I have mine in the shade Custard. This stuff is so good at brightening your under eyes. It has a doe foot applicator, and as you might be able to see, it's almost like a yellowy tone, the shade Custard. Obviously, different shades for different people, but Custard I find is really great for highlighting my under eyes and just my face in general. It's a really smooth finish. It is quite full coverage, it's probably more of like a medium to full coverage, but it's so unbelievably blendable. It doesn't even look like you're wearing makeup when you blend this out properly. Pretty expensive, doesn't last the longest time, but I've repurchased this so many times this year. I'm just going to quickly touch on Cream Contour. This is actually a concealer. It's the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Beautiful Bronze. I think I started using this right at the start of 2016 or maybe late 2015, but I absolutely love this. Again, you can see a little really does go a long way because I have been using this probably 3 or 4 times a week and it still lasted me probably over a year. It's honestly the best colour for me in terms of contouring. It's not too warm that it makes me look orange, and it's not too cool tone that it makes me look like I'm a bit dead. I have it on right now, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but the majority of the colour on my cheekbones is just this. I love it so much, and because it's a concealer, it lasts on your cheekbones all day, so it's not going to smudge or anything like that. It's honestly so good. The only trick with this is don't cream contour your whole face because this will dry, so just start by doing sections of your face and you're good to go. I also just want to quickly touch on correctors. 2016 was the year that I finally got around to actually using correctors. I've always been scared of these little guys. This one is the Bobbi Brown corrector in the shade Light Peach. They look pretty orange, but under your eyes, they just completely get rid of dark circles. I find that this one is best for my skin tone, and I think it's absolutely amazing at blending it out. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to tell, but when you put it on your finger, it doesn't actually seem that orange at all. And when you blend it in, it conceals and it corrects. So you don't necessarily need to put concealer over the top. I do because I'm crazy. But if you are looking for correctors and things like that, then the Bobbi Brown one is really good. Next, let's get on to talking about brows, because you know I love a good strong brow. The first thing is actually Pear's soap. Now, if you guys haven't already seen my testing soap brows video, then I will leave a link to it down below. But if you haven't tried it before, and if you have crazy eyebrow hairs like me that just don't seem to stay in one place, try out some soap because it honestly works like a dream. This is literally probably one of the favourite things that have come out of 2016 for me because it's changed my brow game. But if you do want to buy an actual product as opposed to just putting soap through your brows, the Benefit Ready Set Brow is pretty damn amazing. I think it does pretty much exactly the same thing. I like using the soap brows because, hey, it's cheaper, but this is honestly amazing. It really does keep your brows in place like nothing else. I have actually got it on right now. I don't know if you guys are able to see this, but my eyebrows move like one piece because they're so sort of stuck in place. That is how good this stuff is. If you want like a natural brow, probably isn't going to be the thing for you, but if you want your brows to stay in place and not budge whatsoever, then this is incredible. Of course, gotta do a shout out to brow pomades, both the Anastasia one and the Freedom one. This is the new Freedom one, so that's why I have it in my hand right now. I use the shades medium brown both in Anastasia and Freedom. Pomades are my life now. I go back to using pencils and I don't even remember how to use them because I am just a pomade girl through and through. I love an intense brow. In one of my latest videos, I tried to do a more natural brow. I just can't do it, you guys. I live for the strong brows, and the Freedom one is incredible. The Anastasia one is better, it's a bit more waterproof, but if you do want something affordable, then Freedom is really good because I think it's around £4 and they've got a lot of shades as well. And then even though I haven't featured it that much recently, I'm still loving my Freedom Pro HD Brow Palette. I love this thing. I mostly use these two palettes here, but I also use this sort of concealer shade here. Apparently it's meant to highlight your brow bone. I use it to carve out my brows. It's perfect. It hasn't really got too much of a pigment to it, so you don't look like you've got gleaming brows or anything like that. It does just really carve them out so nicely. I love this palette. You guys have seen me use it multiple times. I also have the pans in the singles, which I love. But yeah, this palette, definitely worth the investment. Let's talk bronzers and contours. You guys knew this was coming. Too Faced Chocolate Bronzer, the best. Without a doubt, the best bronzer I have and probably ever will come across. It's my absolute favourite. I use it for everything. I use it in the crease of my eye all the time, and some of you guys have asked me before, you know, what eyeshadow are you wearing? It is literally this. You can see how much I love it because I have hit pan on it hard. It smells amazing. I don't need to bang on about this for too long because you guys have seen me use this in countless tutorials. Just give it a go. Give it a go. And then another bronzer, which I think maybe even featured in my 2015 favourites, so you know it's a good one. It's the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. I'm sure you guys, again, have tried this. I have my own personalised one, which makes me feel very special, but the product inside, again, hit pan on it. I love it so much. Not the biggest fan of the packaging, but I don't even care because the product is just so good. If you want a bronzer that is pretty much foolproof, say if you're just starting out with contouring or bronzing, this is good because I feel like you can pretty much never screw up with this. It pretty much just does everything for you. Blends in so nicely. It's not too dark, it's not too warm, it's not too cool. Again, the perfect bronzer. I think it actually looks pretty damn similar to the Too Faced one, so there's not much in them. Too Faced is maybe a little bit more cool tone and a little bit darker, but I love them both just to pieces. For blushes this year, I have the Sigma Corda Rosa blusher. I'm sure you guys have seen me use this countless times. Again, Just such a classic shade. I love the more sort of peachy neutral tones, and this is just an amazing blusher. It's super, super pigmented, but it blends out so nicely, so even if you chuck a bunch of it on, it's going to still blend out really nicely. I love the packaging. I love Sigma products in general. It makes me want to try out a bunch more of their powders because this is honestly amazing. Like, it's such a nice, almost like finely milled powder. I just love it so, so much. You guys have seen me wear it countless times. I'm going to shut up about it. It's good. And of course, NARS Orgasm Blusher. I cannot believe I haven't hit pan on this yet because I've used this so much and I've had it for about 2 or 3 years now. If you guys want something that just gives you a really nice, healthy glow, NARS Orgasm is the one. It's hyped up. It's been hyped up for years actually, but there's a good reason for it because it's just such a universal shade. I can use this as pretty much any makeup look that I'm doing an everyday, something really out there, smoky, whatever, it just works. I'm just going to quickly touch on eye primer because I know they're not the most interesting products out there. Urban Decay Primer Potion, I love it. I love the original, but a recent discovery of mine is in the shade Enigma. Some of the proceeds go towards a charity, I'll leave that down below. I find that my eyeshadow really sticks to my lid whenever I'm using these. They're really nice and thin as well, so you don't need to pack on a full layer. I find that this one is actually really good for adding a pop of colour to the lids as well. The original is just a good all-rounder, but the Enigma, the one that's slightly a bit more coloured, I'm just going to quickly show you guys in case you didn't see one of my last videos. It is just sort of like a skin tone, almost beigey nude shade. It's great at adding a pop of colour, and you can just use this on its own as well. So if you do want a nice neutral lid, this is really great. And then last for eye primer, I have the Maybelline Colour Tattoo in the shade Creme de Nude. This is just a matte, creamy eyeshadow. Again, you can wear it alone, but I like to pack it all over my lid when I am doing something a bit more intense. I like to think of this as the affordable version of MAC Paint Pot. They seem to pretty much do exactly the same thing, and these are around £5. On to powders. The first one I have is the Daniel Sandler Invisible Veil Setting Powder. Again, exactly what it says on the tin. This stuff really is invisible. The pot is massive. This is going to last you for such a long time, and it only disperses a little bit at a time as well, so you're not going to waste too much. It's completely invisible, and it's great if you want to do baking. It's great for setting your under eyes. It doesn't crease or anything like that, and it sinks really nicely into your skin, so you don't look like you're overly powdered or anything like that. Honestly, one of the best purchases of 2016 because I've always found that powders look cakey on me. This one does not. The same thing can be said about the Clinique powder. This one is in the shade 20 Invisible Blend. Again, absolutely flawless finish. It's not a brightening one as such, like you may be able to see. This one is a bit more almost like a beigey tone, whereas this one is completely white. The Clinique one isn't great for brightening, but it is really good for an all-over face powder. I would say it slightly darkens your concealer, so maybe stay away from it on the under eyes unless you're using a really light concealer. But as far as this one goes, this one is completely traceless. Again, sinks into your skin just like the Daniel Sandler one. I love them both just as much as each other. For mascaras, I have one very high end and then two very low end. The first one is of course the Rodeo Glamour Lash. I've used this time and time again. I think I started using this early 2016, and this is actually the same bottle I've had all year, which isn't hygienic. I'm actually going to chuck this away after this video, but the best mascara I have ever come across. Swiftly followed by the Essence Rock and Doll XXXL mascara. You guys have seen me use this in my testing Essence makeup. This is what the brush looks like. I was so shocked with how much I love this mascara. The Essence mascara seemed to be incredible from what you guys have said. I love this. It's around £3. It's so black, lasts really nicely, doesn't transfer onto my lower lashes or anything like that. It's just a really great affordable mascara. And then even cheaper, we have the Primark Iconic Mascara. I didn't love the mascara that I tried in my first testing Primark makeup video, but when I tried this, I mean, some of you guys have even commented on how shocked I was at how great it is. It's honestly one of my favourite mascaras that I've tried all year. Love the brush. It's like a plasticky brush. It's honestly so black, so long lasting, so thickening. It's just such a great mascara. So if you are on a budget, or even if you just want to try out a new mascara, check this out. It's honestly one of my favourites. Okay, so I know you've all been waiting for the highlighters. My favourite has to be Bubbly by Anastasia. Again, hit pan, you can see how much I love it. I featured this in my favourite highlighter video, but this is just incredible. It's such a metallic highlighter. It's one of the best formulations of highlighter I've ever tried. I'm dying to get my hands on another one of these because I feel like they're maybe discontinued or something. Don't quote me on it, but every time I look on the website, they're always out of stock. Bubbly, honestly incredible. Let me know if you guys have tried out Sun Dips, the sort of almost like more bronzier version of this, because I'm dying to try out that one as well. Next up, Becca highlighters. I have the palette here, but the shade Opal as well, which I have. Honestly, incredible. They literally look wet when you apply them on your skin. They are some of the best highlighters I've ever come across. They don't look powdery at all, and the colour range is amazing as well. They have something for pretty much everyone. And then we have Laura Geller Gilded Honey. I love this. It's what I've got on right now. The glow is real with this one. It looks almost quite scary in the pot because it is quite golden, and it almost looks like my sort of skin tone, so it could show up a bit too dark. But when you apply it, it's such a bright, almost golden, champagne-y, again, metallic tone. It's just so beautiful. I recently got into it, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago, because I find that with most highlighters, they kind of have like a harder outer shell, just like me. And when you get into like the middle part and it gets a lot more soft, the formula is incredible. I could have picked a million palettes. No, that's a lie. I was gonna say I could have picked a million palettes for my 2016 favorites, but in terms of eyes, obviously it had to be the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia. When I got this, I was over the moon. I'm still over the moon every time I use it. It's great for every day. It's also great for something a little more crazy. It's honestly just like the perfect like shade range for me. I don't tend to use colours that outside of this palette, so I can just chuck this in my bag wherever I'm going, and I know that it'll do the job, and the formulations are incredible. If you haven't tried Anastasia eyeshadows before, they're great. And then something that I've never really featured on my channel that often is the Charlotte Tilbury, I always forget what it's called, Instant Look in a Palette. Whenever I'm traveling around, I take this with me because it literally has everything I need. So I'm just obviously going to show you guys a close-up and things like that, and I'm going to try not to blind you with the massive mirror. But you have a bronzer, you have a highlighter, which is incredible, 2 blushes, and then you have 3 eye shades. It's pretty much all you need if you are on the go and if you do want something a bit more everyday. It's just a really great palette. It's just something I throw in my handbag all the time, and I always use it no matter what, but for some reason I never really seem to feature it in favourites videos, but it is a fave. For eyeliner, of course, it has to be Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. There is no other liner like this. I've tried to find dupes. The closest I've got is the Essence waterproof one or the Collection Extreme one. But this one is just, it's incredible. It's literally the most perfect liner I've ever come across. At the start of this year, I suck at doing wing liner. I'm still not the best, but I'm a whole lot better, and it's all thanks to this guy. Then I'm going to move on to lips, which of course I have a bunch of liquid lipsticks. The first one is the Ciate Liquid Velvet. Honestly, probably the most comfortable liquid lipstick I've ever tried. It's not the most matte formula, so it doesn't dry down completely, which is why it's so comfortable, but it still dries down enough so it does look super matte. The colours last for hours and hours on end. You don't have to top them up, but if you ever do need to top them up, then they reapply it really nicely as opposed to looking really crusty on top. I love the applicator as well. It's really nice and precise. It's almost like a heart-shaped doe foot, so you can really get around your lip line, and it also disperses a lot of product. So yeah, super in love with these. And then similarly we have the NYX Liquid Suede, which are pretty much the exact formulation as the Ciate ones, only this is a little bit more drying, but means it's a little bit more matte as well. They do have a ton of colours, that's why I picked out the blue one, because they have so many colours like this. They have like really nice wearable ones, and they also have some that are a bit out there. I love this formulation. They're probably my most favourite liquid lipsticks because they're affordable, they have amazing colours, and they have a really nice formula as well. If you haven't tried them, definitely recommend checking them out. And then of course, NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. You guys all knew this was coming. In particular, the shade Cairo, but I love all of them. I have actually got every single colour because I did get my hands on the Vault, and I did do a swatching video for that, so if you haven't seen it, I will leave a link to it down below. Again, amazing shade range. They have everything from like a pale nude to dark blues, dark purples, reds, pinks, you name it. Again, they're also super affordable, super matte, and they last a really long time as well. And then for lipstick, I don't tend to wear lipstick that often, but I have to give a shout out to the Urban Decay lipsticks. They brought out a bunch of shades this year. This one is in the shade Unicorn, I think, and this one is a Comfort Matte. I love these. They are super comfortable. The consistency and the formula of all of their lipsticks that I've tried are amazing. Again, they have a bunch of different colours. I love the formulation. It's super comfortable, even if you've got like one of the sparkly ones that I do actually have. Again, they're really comfortable and really flattering on the lips as well. So yeah, really recommend the Urban Decay lipsticks if you are looking for a new one. And then to finish everything off, we have the Urban Decay All Nighter. It's the best fixing mist I have ever come across. If you want your makeup on to stay all day long, all night long, give this guy a go. It's up there in price, but I wouldn't even hesitate to repurchase it because it's so good. My makeup lasts for like 2 or 3 times as long when I use this, and it lasts such a long time as well. If you're looking for a setting spray, try this one out. So that was everything for my 2016 favourites. I hope it didn't take too long. I did try and rush through it as quick as possible. Let me know your favourites for 2016 in the comment section down below. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you did like it, and subscribe if you do want to see more of me. I post 3 times a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. If you're curious about this makeup look, then I have just actually filmed a tutorial, so if it's up, I will leave a link to that down below as well. But apart from that, that's it from me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!